From the moment man first took to the skies, it was a dance with danger, a relentless pursuit of innovation, intertwined with the ever-present risk of catastrophe. In this series, we journey through the annals of aviation history, revisiting those pivotal moments when tragedy struck, leaving an indelible mark on our world. Each crash, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the unforgiving nature of the skies. But from the ashes of these disasters arose a determination to learn, to adapt, and to prevent history from repeating itself. Join us as we explore the plane crashes that shook the world and uncover the profound lessons etched in their wake. The early 20th century, a time of boundless optimism, where the dream of flight transitioned from fantasy to reality. The Wright brothers, pioneers of the skies, had ushered in a new era. Their invention, a fragile biplane of wood and canvas, captivated the world. But with this newfound freedom came inherent risks. The technology was in its infancy, the understanding of aerodynamics, rudimentary at best. Each flight was a daring feat, pushing the boundaries of what was known and what was possible. Yet, tragedy was never far behind, a constant shadow lurking beneath the wings of progress. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the past, please like and subscribe for more historical moments like this. On May 30th, 1912, that shadow descended upon Fort Myer, Virginia. Wilbur Wright, one half of the pioneering duo, had tragically passed away the previous year. His brother, Orville, continued their work, pushing the boundaries of their creation. But on that fateful day, during a routine training flight, disaster struck. The aircraft, piloted by Lieutenant Thomas Selfridge, stalled at low altitude, sending it plummeting to the earth below. Selfridge, a promising young officer, became the first airplane fatality. The crash sent shockwaves through the nation, a stark reminder of the inherent dangers of this nascent technology. Yet, it also fueled a determination to learn, to improve, and to make the skies a safer place. The years following the Wright brothers' triumph saw aviation advance at an astonishing pace. The flimsy biplanes of the early days gave way to sleek, metal behemoths. The world marveled at the speed and elegance of these airborne giants, symbols of human ingenuity and progress. Among them, the airships, those majestic leviathans of the sky, held a particular allure. The Hindenburg, Germany's crowning achievement in airship technology, epitomized this golden age. A marvel of engineering, stretching over 800 feet long, it promised luxurious transatlantic travel. On May 6, 1937, the Hindenburg embarked on its 11th journey across the Atlantic. The airship, carrying 97 souls, approached its destination, Lakehurst Naval Air Station, New Jersey. As it descended for landing, a fire erupted near the tail, quickly engulfing the entire structure in a horrifying inferno. The once majestic airship reduced to a smoldering wreck in a matter of seconds. The world watched in disbelief as the Hindenburg disaster unfolded, broadcast live over radio waves. The tragedy marked a turning point in aviation history, shattering the public's perception of airship safety. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed an unparalleled surge in air travel. Technological advancements brought about jets capable of carrying hundreds of passengers. Tenerife North Airport, shrouded in dense fog, severely limiting visibility. Two Boeing 747s, KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736, met their tragic fate. The result was the deadliest accident in aviation history. 583 souls were lost. This tragedy forced the aviation industry to confront crucial flaws in communication. It ushered in a new era of safety measures, forever altering aviation. The Tenerife airport disaster highlighted the need for clear communication in aviation. Language barriers and radio interference played a critical role in the collision. ICAO mandated standardized phraseology in air traffic control communications. This ensures clear understanding, minimizing misinterpretation risks. The disaster also emphasized the importance of technology in preventing accidents. The cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder, or black box, became crucial. These devices provide invaluable insights into flight's final moments. Tenerife's legacy is a reminder of vigilance and technological advancements in aviation safety. The Grand Canyon, a breathtaking spectacle, has captivated imaginations for centuries. But in 1956, the skies above witnessed a tragedy that exposed early air traffic control limitations. Two airliners, a United Airlines DC-7 and a TWA L-1049, collided over the canyon. The collision at 21,000 feet sent shockwaves through the aviation industry. The wreckage on the canyon floor was a grim reminder of the sky's unforgiving nature. All 128 souls aboard perished, making it the deadliest U.S. aviation accident at the time. This tragedy led to significant changes in air traffic control and new safety technologies. The Grand Canyon mid-air collision led to a dramatic shift in air traffic control in the United States. The Civil Aeronautics Board recognized the need for a centralized system to prevent collisions. This led to the establishment of the FAA in 1958, dedicated to air travel safety. The FAA consolidated air traffic control under a single authority. Implementing a nationwide radar network was a priority. The ATC-RBS system allowed tracking and guiding of individual planes. The disaster highlighted the need for better pilot-controller communication. Standardized phraseology reduced miscommunication risks. The Grand Canyon collision's legacy shapes air travel safety today. For decades, air travel had represented progress and interconnectedness. But on a cold December night in 1988, a Pan Am Boeing 747 disintegrated over Lockerbie, Scotland. Pan Am Flight 103, carrying 259 passengers and crew, had just taken off from London Heathrow when a bomb detonated. The explosion at 31,000 feet ripped the aircraft apart, sending debris raining down. All 259 souls aboard perished, along with 11 residents of Lockerbie. The world was left reeling, struggling to comprehend the senseless act of violence. The Lockerbie bombing marked a turning point in aviation history, exposing the vulnerability of air travel. The Lockerbie bombing sent shockwaves through the aviation industry, prompting a comprehensive review of security measures. Sophisticated screening technologies were introduced at airports. X-ray machines became commonplace at passenger checkpoints. Explosive detection systems, or EDS, were implemented worldwide. The tragedy led to unprecedented international cooperation in aviation security. The legacy of the Lockerbie bombing continues to shape the aviation industry today. The dawn of the new millennium brought with it a sense of hope, a belief in progress and technological advancement. Yet, the skies that had long connected humanity would soon bear witness to an unspeakable tragedy. On the morning of September 11, 2001, the world watched in horror as terrorism took to the air. It began like any other day, with the sun rising over bustling cities and sleepy towns. Airplanes, those marvels of engineering that had become symbols of human ingenuity, took flight, carrying passengers towards their destinations. But on this fateful day, 4 of those flights would never reach their intended arrivals. The targets were carefully chosen, symbols of American economic and military might. The World Trade Center, its twin towers piercing the New York City skyline, stood as a testament to human ambition. The Pentagon, the nerve center of U.S. defense, represented global power. In a matter of hours, the world watched in disbelief as these symbols of strength crumbled before their eyes, victims of a calculated and devastating attack that would forever change the course of history. The immediate aftermath was a scene of unimaginable devastation. Dust and debris choked the air, casting an eerie pall over a city in mourning. Emergency responders worked tirelessly amidst the ruins, searching for survivors. The world grappled with the enormity of the loss. The attacks claimed nearly 3,000 lives from over 90 countries. A profound sense of unity and resolve emerged. People came together to offer support and rebuild. Air travel was transformed with heightened security measures. The skies above us are a highly controlled and monitored environment. Air traffic controllers, pilots, and ground crews work in concert for safe air travel. On January 15, 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549 took off from LaGuardia Airport. But fate had other plans. At 3,000 feet, the Airbus A320 encountered a flock of Canada geese, causing engine failure. The aircraft was losing altitude rapidly over New York City. With remarkable calmness under unimaginable pressure, Captain Sullenberger took control of the stricken aircraft. He knew that attempting to return to LaGuardia or divert to a nearby airport was out of the question. He had only one option, a risky and unprecedented maneuver. Communicating with air traffic control, Sullenberger calmly announced his intention. "We're gonna be in the Hudson." It was a decision that would require every ounce of his skill and experience, honed over decades of flying. With the precision of a surgeon and the nerves of steel, Sullenberger guided the powerless aircraft towards the Hudson River, his eyes scanning for obstacles, his hands deftly maneuvering the controls. The plane, its wings level, its nose slightly up, kissed the surface of the water, the impact surprisingly gentle. The successful ditching of Flight 1549 into the Hudson River was nothing short of a miracle. All 155 souls on board survived, thanks to the skill and heroism of the pilots, the quick response of rescuers, and a healthy dose of good fortune. In an age of instant communication and global interconnectedness, the idea of something or someone simply vanishing seems almost inconceivable. Yet the vastness of our oceans and the mysteries they hold continue to humble even our most advanced technologies. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, a Boeing 777 carrying 239 passengers and crew, departed Kuala Lumpur International Airport, its destination Beijing, China. The flight began routinely, the familiar hum of the engines a comforting constant for those on board. However, less than an hour into the flight, something extraordinary occurred. Air traffic controllers, tracking the aircraft's progress across their screens, watched in disbelief as MH370 deviated from its planned route, turning sharply westwards over the Gulf of Thailand. Then, just as abruptly, the transponder signal, the electronic heartbeat of the aircraft, vanished from radar screens. MH370, it seemed, had disappeared into thin air. The disappearance of MH370 triggered one of the largest search and rescue operations in aviation history. Countries united by a desire for answers deployed ships, aircraft, and underwater vehicles to scour the southern Indian Ocean. Despite years of searching, the wreckage of MH370 remains elusive. Theories abound, but concrete evidence is scarce. The disappearance serves as a reminder of the limits of our knowledge and the power of the unknown. In 2015, a tragedy shook the aviation world. Germanwings Flight 9525, an Airbus A320, was on a routine flight from Barcelona to Dusseldorf. On board were 150 souls. As the aircraft climbed, the unexpected occurred. The engine's hum belied the horror to come. The aircraft entered a relentless descent. Controllers watched in disbelief as it veered off course. Frantic attempts to communicate were met with silence. The French Alps loomed larger with each passing second. The aircraft slammed into the mountainside, leaving no survivors. The world watched in horror as the news of the crash spread, leaving a collective sense of disbelief and grief. Investigators arrived at the crash site, a scene of utter devastation. The black boxes revealed a chilling picture. The co-pilot, Andreas Lubitz, had locked the captain out. Lubitz deliberately initiated the descent, ignoring all attempts to avert disaster. This revelation sent shockwaves through the aviation world. The dawn of the 21st century ushered in an era of unprecedented advancement in aviation technology. Aircraft became increasingly sophisticated, their systems interwoven with complex algorithms and automated features designed to enhance safety and efficiency. Among these technological marvels was the Boeing 737 MAX, a new generation of the iconic 737 family, promising greater fuel efficiency and passenger comfort. Lion Air, a rapidly growing low-cost carrier based in Indonesia, was among the first airlines to operate the 737 MAX. On October 29, 2018, Lion Air Flight 610, a brand new 737 MAX 8, took off from Jakarta, Indonesia, bound for Pangkal Pinang, another Indonesian city. On board were 189 passengers and crew, their lives entrusted to the sophisticated systems of this modern marvel of aviation. The flight began uneventfully, but within minutes, tragedy struck. The aircraft, instead of climbing to its cruising altitude, began to exhibit erratic behavior. The pilots, struggling to control the aircraft's unpredictable movements, fought valiantly to regain control, their voices betraying a growing sense of urgency as they desperately tried to understand what was going wrong. Unbeknownst to the pilots, a single faulty sensor was sending erroneous data to the aircraft's Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, MCS, a new automated flight control system designed to prevent the 737 MAX from stalling. The MCS, responding to the faulty data, repeatedly forced the aircraft's nose down, overriding the pilots' inputs. Despite their best efforts, the pilots were unable to overcome the relentless downward force of the malfunctioning system. The aircraft, buffeted by the conflicting forces of the pilot's inputs and the automated system, plunged into the Java Sea just 13 minutes after takeoff, claiming the lives of all on board. The Lion Air Flight 610 crash sent shockwaves through the aviation world, raising profound questions about the role of automation in modern aircraft. The tragedy exposed a critical vulnerability in the design of the 737 MAX, particularly the reliance on a single sensor for the MCAS system and the lack of adequate training provided to pilots on how to handle a malfunction. The Lion Air crash served as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human skill and automated systems in the complex world of modern aviation. From the earliest days of powered flight to the sophisticated jetliners today, the pursuit of safer air travel has been relentless. Triumphs and tragedies have shaped this journey, each incident a stark reminder of the stakes involved. Continuous improvement is crucial. Crashes like Germanwings 9525 and Lion Air 610 spurred changes in pilot mental health and automation risks. Lessons drive advancements in design, training, and security. Air travel remains the safest mode of transportation. This is due to the dedication and commitment of many. The pursuit of safety is ongoing, shaping a safer and more resilient future. Flight connects people and cultures with a commitment to safe journeys.